Before I begin, I wish to say the truth. And that is that your worth and your value can never be judged by any school's decision letter. And that plenty of people have flourished both with an Ivy League education and without one. Whatever the outcome may be for you, I believe that you will flourish. And if it be the case that a given school decides not to admit you, and you are made headstrong with your confidence and allow your passion to flourish otherwise, then I trust that they will regret that decision. While visiting Princeton and meeting with the accepted students, there are two things that I've noticed that almost everyone shares in common. First, everyone is normal. No one is better or smarter. It isn't a school comprised of mad geniuses. Every student is just like you or I. Almost every student takes pleasure in what you thought might have been considered lowly. But no, students there, like in any school in the world, enjoy watching films, spending time with friends, playing games, doodling, wasting time. There are very few students who insist on isolationism and other genius-minded tendencies. And the second thing is that everyone is passionate about something. I've met students who wallow in how much they hate and are awful at biology and chemistry and physics, and that's okay. That didn't stop them from getting in. They were good in something else, perhaps art or music. The second thing is what will get you into an Ivy League school. Find something that you love and be good at it. For me, that was writing. You don't have to join a million honor clubs, take 10,000 AP classes, die a few times, and then meet the president. No, in fact, no Ivies want to see that. Flooding your resume with useless feats is considered a sign of desperation and lack of commitment. Find something that you love and be good at it. Pursue it out of school and pursue it persistently. Now, the most important part about getting into an Ivy League college is the actual application. That's what gets you in. A few numbers and a few hundred words. So, what should you do and what shouldn't you do? The biggest thing I can advise you to do is to give yourself as much time as possible to write your application. Months, if possible. The key to a good application is effort, and effort requires time. Next, your scores and grades do matter. Now, they don't have to be perfect, no, but they have to be good enough. Keep that in mind, but don't let it rule your application. Your test scores are the first step of 7. Without the first, there are no others, and spend too much time reaching for the first, and you'll never reach the others. I would say the safe minimum is above a 30 on your ACT or the equivalent on an SAT. However, there are a few handful who get in with lower scores, keep that in mind, but it will make it a lot easier for the committee to consider you if you already have good test scores. The dreaded essays. Now, essays are the best place to showcase who you are. And the best thing you can do is to be honest and authentic. Be real, have emotion. Don't be afraid to be completely human. But also, don't be afraid to brag about yourself a little. That's what the readers are interested in. What you love and what you've done to pursue it. They want to see that. The best essays are the most unique ones. And unique essays accomplish two things. First, they describe very unique experiences. And second, effort. So as I've said before, pursue what you love. Pursue it in the strangest, most unique way you can, and don't ever be afraid to take risks. The essay of a student who got into the Ivies is an essay in which the student does something for his or her own desire, out of his or her own will, for the most real and genuine reasons possible, and then they make something of that. They discover something of that. They build something from that. They grow. Your essay has to be dynamic. It has to achieve something at the end. You can't just explain a theory, explain a concept, explain something that occurred. You have to consider what happened and what you did because of that. And second, of course, is effort. A good essay is one that definitely took more than 2 days to write. It's one that's been redrafted and made into a complete final masterpiece. The more time you allot yourself, the better. And it's usually very helpful to get a few second opinions on your essay, so let people who you value in your life and who you trust in your life read your essays and consider what they have to say. But at the end of the day, listen to your heart. It's your paper. So now, the teacher recommendations, they too do matter. So I would highly recommend to try to keep close relationship with a few of your favorite teachers as you go about your high school years and keep them informed on what's going on in your life. Don't make it awkward, just tell them all about yourself. How will they be able to write about you if they don't know anything about you? Also, make sure to give them plenty of time to write your recommendation, because it will be, I guarantee you, it will be of quality if you do that. Try to ask them at least a month in advance. Further, this is important, when you do, ask them in person, and upon that, ask them if any additional materials such as resume or samples or work would be of use to them to help them write the best recommendation possible. And lastly, the interview. In my experience, this carries surprisingly a lot more weight than I expected. But the best thing you can do is practice. Practice answering any question that they might ask you. Be kind and courteous, dress nice, and don't stress about it. They're just people after all. So that's all I have. Please, 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 please feel free to leave any comments, any questions of anything that I might have missed or something that was not particular to your situation at the moment. And remember that these schools in no way showcase your worth and your talent. At the end of the day, you are in control of your happiness and your accomplishments. And there are thousands upon thousands of ways to achieve that strange, awesome satisfaction in life. Peace out, guys.